recorded.
All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So glad to hear you here. Today is Monday, February the 19th, and it's Wake Up to Akana. I'm Dr. Roz, your VP of Communications, and I'm going to get out the way. Listen, I love Mondays because we hear from our visionary. Yeah. You heard me. You heard what I said, visionary. For those of you that are here for the very first time, we welcome you to our family. But a visionary is a person who possesses the ability to imagine and plan for the future with creativity and innovation. That is the definition of our CEO, Melissa Boston. Melissa, are you there?
Dr. Ron, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. Sometimes I hit that star. I'm like, oh, I did it right today. But good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, Dr. Roz. I'm telling you, when I get on this line and hearing the callers across the country, having a chance to hear either you or Phyllis, oh my goodness, it always just brightens my day. And I want to just tell you personally how much I appreciate all that you do. I mean, yes, you are our VP of Communications, but you do so much more. I mean, just witnessing how you step in, even before we actually brought you on board officially. I mean, you were there holding it down. And I'm telling you what, the reason why we're able to achieve so many of our goals, so many of our dreams is because of the support of people like you and the dedication. And I'm just so proud of you because beyond even working on the corporate side, the leadership that you exude in the field, hitting Emerald, and what you're doing there in Houston, Texas, and across the country, really to put us on the map. Just again, appreciate all that you do. And I want to just tell everybody on the line, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, we are still continuing our 10% off promo all month long in honor of Black History. And we want to thank you, Dr. Ross, for all the great nuggets we see via email and all the wonderful facts that we are learning every single day. So just again, appreciate you. But the meaning of economy is in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright by offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business. We empower people to elevate to their full potential. Our vision is to elevate the well-being of your body and soul. Now, this morning, I hope to have a special guest on the line. Actually, she was waiting last week, and the lineup got full. But Cynthia Jones, if you hear my voice, if you're out there, just know I'm going to bring you up soon. But we want to congratulate Cynthia this morning because she is our newest pearl, on her way to sapphire, on her way to diamond. Oh, my goodness, she is just doing such a dynamic job, and I can't wait for each and every one of you to hear from her. But also, too, I do want to let you know that this month we are also running our promo so that you can fall back in love with your roots. Yes, it is a hair promo. I know Doris Mosley, she actually is right now in Greensboro, North Carolina. Mr. Dudley, passed away. So she's there honoring him and his legacy at his services. And then she's on her way to Bronner Brothers, guys. And so that is going to be an opportunity to really help get our product on the map there in hot Atlanta. So super proud of you, Doris, for all that you do to continue to put our hair care out there, into the community, into the public, and helping women and men fall back in love with their roots. Also, too, guys, I will spend a little bit of time talking about our 420. I am just jacked up out of my mind about 420 being in Chicago. Hopefully, you guys realize how much of a game changer this is. I mean, if you really think about it, we pulled off last year in Vegas, really what people would have said was impossible, right? Not only did we do the 420 conference, we had all of our galas, we had the welcome receptions, we had the big, huge retreat for our rubies, we had our penthouses for our villas inside of Westgate for our emeralds. And so there was just so much going on, but guess what? We did it. In fact, when you see the recap video, we tried our best to make sure every face that was there at conference got featured. And so if you see the video and perhaps don't see your face, I did offer everyone an opportunity to send an email to me with a picture that might be a great highlight from conference, but it has to be something from one of the events that happened last year. Anything from 2022 wouldn't be included in this. I did get a few pictures from people from things that happened, you know, in 2022, but this is all about recapping 2023. So if you look in your phone and happen to just see one of those big events that happened, whether it was a boot camp, whether it was something from conference, you have one last opportunity to get that in today, because that video, not only will it drop on social media, but when it drops on social media, we really want you to share this video. You know, it's going to really put, you know, your business in a really great light. I mean, it's amazing how I truly believe we are the best kept secret, right? That the network marketing industry hasn't even heard of, right? And so when they see this video and just some of the, not just events that we've done, but the camaraderie, the family, the love, the culture, the fellowship. I mean, every time I watch it, and I've rewatched it already, you know, probably dozens of times just for editing purposes to make sure everything is great, but it is just something that really fills your heart. It fills your spirit. It lets you know that we are at the right place at the right time. And again, our goal is to make sure everybody is included, okay? And some people shy away from the camera. You know who you are, okay? And so we really want to just find those epic moments where perhaps maybe you have something on your own phone that you send us in, but we want to include everyone. Put it on Facebook. I'm going to put it on Facebook one of two ways. Either we're going to upload the video. It might be too big for Facebook. So if that's the case, we're going to make a post with a picture, and then we'll make a note with instructions. Hey, the link, it's going to be in the comments, because if you understand the algorithms of social media, anytime you put a YouTube link or something that directs people away from Facebook, they don't prioritize that. And when we launch something this big, we really want it to be shared. We want it to be enjoyed. We want it to be featured. And so just know, get your photos in, okay? Because if you wait too long, you're going to miss it. But we're going to work to get that uploaded this evening, okay? And then we want everyone, again, to go check your Facebook. And we'll send an email blast out on it, just really alerting you, hey, it's ready, and let's go show up and show out, okay, on Facebook. So what I want to talk about today, as I gear up to really bring up our special guests who we're going to talk to just real briefly, but I want to talk about a few things. One of them is the fact that we are right now in front of the biggest season in network marketing outside of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and that is March Madness, right? Our biggest months of the year happen about 3 times our biggest months. We see it, of course, in November, but we also see it in March and April. I mean, April is going to be epic because that's when we're doing our big 420 conference. If you remember the opening of Wakanda, when we first launched there at the Harold Washington Multicultural Center, right in the heart of Bronzeville. I mean, we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who actually came to support that. And that was day one, okay? We're now 5 years into this, guys. We're going to have record-breaking numbers because it's right here in the heart of our city, and it's happening right before March Madness. And the reason why March Madness in this industry is so big, it's because of the fact that there's something exciting happening, right? People are getting what? They're getting their income tax back. People are feeling a little bit happier because finally, right, after putting all that money to taxes all year long, I mean, we always talk about this, right? We work January, February, March, and April just to pay our taxes, right? 4 months out of the year goes straight to Uncle Sam. And so when you have a chance to file your taxes and get that break, and being in a business like this, if you're working with a good CPA, a good, accountant, or, they're going to help you to maximize your refund, right? A working knowledge of the tax code is what many billionaires credit to their success, okay? And so we really want you to understand that that's why this is a season in which March Madness is going to explode. And so we're going to give you tools, we're going to give you resources so that you can take this season to the next level. And so one of the items that's going to happen involves our certified wellness coaching program. We are ready to put that out there in a big, big way. Of course, we've been attracting people on the cleanse, and it's always exciting to know we have such a customer business. When you look at the fact that we're well over 30,000 customers, right? I mean, we have a customer to distributor ratio that's close to unheard of. I mean, it's like literally 1 in 2, right? 1 in 10, 1 in 20 when you really analyze it. So, but at least we know for sure we're always at that 1 in 10. So for every one distributor, we have at least 10 customers, but we know that number is so much bigger, okay? But now we want to start really focusing on, attracting coaches. I know many of you on social media, you get those advertisements and it asks you, hey, do you want to become a wellness coach? Do you want to get into the, wellness lifestyle and do it as a profession? And so we actually have put together a series of advertising tools that you can use on your own social media to attract wellness coaches. It talks about the features. It talks about the benefits. It talks about what our program entails. Not only does it entail phenomenal education where they're going to get all of these classes, but they get products, right? They get blood type test kits, right? They're going to get their scan because we're doing it not for the $1,500, but we're going to highlight the $2,000 package, okay? And so in doing that, the other thing we're going to do is do it in a way that, let's say, hey, we're here at Income Tax Time, so we know it's going to be a lot of people that are looking for opportunities to put money towards something that grows money. And what better way to grow money than a home-based business? And so we're going to allow people to actually put a deposit down, a down payment down of $500. Now, if they pay it in full, which is a $2,000 package, valued at thousands of dollars, right? But they will have the opportunity to pay it in full, and they will get, when they pay it in full, during this promo, and the promo actually will start a little before March Madness because we're going to drop it on social media this week. So that way it lets you gear up, get people ready, okay? But if they pay it in full, they're going to get a complimentary cleanse, okay? So they're going to get a complimentary 21-day cleanse for paying it in full. For those who decide to do the down payment, they put $500 down, but that's going to instantly give you 500 points. 500 points towards your sapphire, 500 points towards your ruby, your emerald. So imagine getting 10 people to do it. Imagine having 20 people within you and your team do that. And wow, you built a sapphire team. And that's not including all the customers, all the cleanses that are happening in your business. And when you understand the customer part is the biggest portion of how we grow, what you should start to do is the math and realize this is going to be your pathway forward in the March Madness promotion, right? So that you can hit your rubies, you can hit your diamonds, you can reach your dreams. In fact, we're going to do something very similar to the hair promo as well, because what we look at is there are also people, maybe they don't want to be a wellness coach, but let's say they're a hairstylist and they're really interested in understanding hair at a whole nother level. Well, guess what? We have the leading trichologist. This is the leading trichologist to all of the hair care industry. She is the icon doing this for over 45 years, okay? I mean, this is just amazing that we have her as our VP of our hair division. And so that's going to give an opportunity for hundreds of hairstylists to take their profession to the next level. And you don't have to be a hairstylist. It could be just that stay-at-home mom or that woman who's in between careers or that guy who may have always thought about getting into the hair industry. And they perhaps might want to be the people who take the class. And so we're going to have an opportunity also to put a down payment towards that. And once they do the down payment, it actually puts them in the class. So they're going to actually have a chance to get in the class. Now, they won't get their tools and their certification. They have to finish the payments for that. But at least they're going to have a seat at the table. They're going to be able to take the class and really get even more excited. I know many of you got more excited after you took the class and you realized what you actually had, the business that you have to grow, you know, with the scans, the blood type test. I mean, there's so many opportunities. And so just super excited for this promo. We want to really leverage the fact that so many people are looking for that career change. So many people right now might not have the finances, but they're looking for something to change their life, okay? And so we're going to help them do that, and you're going to be in perfect position for that. I want to then just pivot real quick back to our 420 lifestyle. We do have a hotel room block at the Hyatt Hotel, and we're super excited because this is happening right down the street from our corporate headquarters. And so I know Christian, Dr. Roz, they're going to be giving that block information out so that you can call, make your reservation, hold your room for those coming from out of town. If you live out there in the north suburbs and the west suburbs, the south suburbs, you might want to also consider staying at least one night, especially around the time we're going to have the big party on Saturday night. So I would just tell everyone to consider getting a room. The other big announcement today relating to the conference is we actually are releasing, I believe it's already there. I'm going to check in with our operations team, but I believe it's there. I know They were coding these over the weekend, but there is a brand new ticket for the conference that should be online, okay? And this is an opportunity for you to get your guests, not at a party, they can book their own party tickets, right? But this is an opportunity for you to get your guests in front of the information that's going to help them make a decision. Every company, when they do conferences, what do? They really want guests to be in those seats. They also tell distributors, buy your guest tickets because the conference isn't free. Conferences cost a lot of money, a lot of expense from company perspective, right? And so part of that expense is shared. And a part of the way we share it is with, giving guests an opportunity to come, but do it at a lower rate. And so for people that are guests in our business, and that means they're customers or they're not yet a distributor, or let's say there's someone who has been inactive and they have not engaged in a year or two, that can be considered a guest because you're trying to reignite them, light the fire back under them. And so they're going to have an opportunity to go attend our breakout workshops. We're going to have some phenomenal workshops, even some financial empowerment workshops, skill sets that can really help get them fired up. We know that training is a big way that lets people feel confident about their business. A lot of times they were not engaged because maybe they didn't feel supported. So they'll have the opportunity to attend the breakout sessions on Friday, but they're also going to have the opportunity to attend general session. The more people you have in those seats at general session is the more opportunity that you're going to have to take your business to the next level. Yeah, you can bring them to a party, guys, but here's the reality. By bringing them into a general session, they're going to hear all the company updates. They're going to have a chance to hear from all the top C-suite, right? They're going to have a chance to hear from the doctors. They're going to have a chance to fall in love with our products. And they're going to hear testimonials. They're going to see their recognition. And when you have someone that's invested now time and they've sat with you for a couple of days, those are the type of people that leave and are ready to get signed up, to get started. And then if they want to attend the gala that Saturday, they can go buy their ticket, or perhaps you can buy that for them. You decide. But the reality is we have guest tickets. And again, these tickets are vetted. So that means don't buy them for distributors, guys. It has to be an inactive distributor or a guest or a customer. And they're going to be just $99 for a limited time. And then those tickets will go up to $129. And so that ticket, again, if you see it on the site today, grab them up because we're going to allow that to happen for up to 100 guests. So this is on a first come, first serve basis. If you want to make sure your team explodes, what I would suggest is get with your team today, have a meeting today, and ensure every single person on your team secures at least one guest ticket. 2, if you're really ready to go to the next level. For some of you who are leaders who you have many, many people who could take advantage of that, get 5 guest tickets, because the reality is when that price goes up, you now have a ticket that's even worth more because of the fact that you secured it at $99. Now remember, for the other session, and this is more like our VIP session, because the $199 tickets include the Thursday affair where you're going to have food, right? We're showcasing Dubai. So this is an event with food. It has drinks. It's included. It also includes your Friday. It includes your Saturday, okay? And it also includes your Sunday. Now, Sunday is an opportunity to not only have food, because we're going to have some light breakfast and drinks and coffee, things like that, but all of that is covered when you buy the $199 VIP ticket. And again, because you're purchasing it this month in Black History Month, you have another opportunity to save 10% and get $20 taken off of that ticket, okay? And so you want to make sure you go and secure your ticket for you and your guests, okay? Now, there are a few things I do want to discuss just real quickly. And one of them is the concept of building $1 million habits, okay? You know, I love network marketing. I love recruiting. I love building teams, okay? And this weekend, I had the opportunity to work with a few teams, and it was super, super exciting. Because for me, a lot of times as I'm looking at March Madness, my thing is, how can we support, right? Yeah, we might be corporate, but we know people, we know contacts. And so we want to help fuel the success and fuel the excitement. And so it's kind of like this. It's like, you have to think back to the beginning. Like, what if this was day one? If you're just starting your business today, would you want to know exactly what you should be doing? Would you want to know the blueprint? And for me, a lot of times it's just taking it back to the beginning when we launched the company, taking it back to the beginning when we launched a new business venture, taking it back to the beginning, the first time we joined a company, and just getting into the mindset we had. What was the mindset on day one? Because a lot of times in your business, you look around and you get frustrated because perhaps your team isn't doing what you think they should be doing. But as a leader, you have to ask yourself, are you doing, right, what the team would be proud of if they had a chance to mirror you every single day? And if you say, yes, I'm doing above and beyond, then great. But a lot of times what happens is we put, it out there in the universe, right? We want our teams to grow. We want our team, but you have to ask yourself, if your team was just doing what you did every day, would you have a diamond team? If they just did what you did, because then you have to stop and think, what did you do? What did you do? How many people are you calling? Are you getting on the Saturday calls, the Thursdays calls? What are you doing to build your business? Are you hosting events? Are you attending the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday opportunities to learn more about the Flat Belly Cleanse? Are you getting people on our Zooms that are happening, whether it's with Dr. Betty, the Flat Belly Lifestyle, the Saturday morning Zoom? And it was so off the charts. It was amazing. I got so many calls about Bernadine and that call and the training they replayed from Ray Higdon. I mean, it was like electrifying. There was a testimonial, okay, from Tavla. That was amazing. It was exciting, guys. Hopefully you had a chance to listen to that call. If you didn't, I would challenge you to go back to your app, because Taylor, I think I said Tavla, but Taylor Jones, I mean, I'm telling you what, she was so just real, so just genuine, so just on fire for what was happening in her body because of this cleanse. I mean, it had me just so excited as I'm listening to her. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And this is what we're hearing every single day. People are on fire with this cleanse. So we know we have a product that is just changing lives, that is saving lives. But the question, are you doing the $1 million daily habits that it takes to build a diamond team? And if you have to be honest with yourself, you might just say, maybe the problem isn't my team. Maybe the problem is who I'm looking at in the mirror. Because the reality is, becoming wealthy in this industry isn't hard, but it's not easy. But it's simple. It's a formula. And once you know the formula, you can do it over and over and over again. And that's what we got together on Sunday to do, just to talk about what is the formula, but not talk about it, because so many times that's what we're doing. We're talking, but it takes action. And that's why we love the boot camp and the idea of what you even do on Saturdays, getting together, with our leaders, Phyllis Nash and Willie Mooney and Crystal Robinson, right? You getting together with them and doing what on Saturdays? It's not just a presentation, but it's that war room concept, the idea of getting on the phone, making calls together. In fact, on Sunday, we decided to let the team break out into their own separate comfort zones. A lot of times people may feel intimidated, making phone calls in front of other people. But the reality is, by being in the same room, it empowers you to take action. And we realized by the time we were done, people were making 3, 4, 5, 6 phone calls. People were excited. They were energized, came back and reported the success of those phone calls. And what if you just got together every single week with your team just to do basic things, just to make sure they had the basic skill sets covered? Are you downloading your app? How many people are you contacting on a daily, on a weekly basis? Let's contact together. Let's take the fear away. I can remember, for me, I was so fearful of the phone. I was fearful of making those phone calls. And so in my early days, I can remember going to, whether it was IHOP, right? Whether it was just going to some meetup place, and it would be 5 of us there, okay? I remember Chevette Daniel, Larice Rivers, Natalia Williams, Yvonne Durant. We would be there in Atlanta, and guess what we would do? We would mastermind, we would strategize, we would make phone calls. We would help hold each other accountable to the goals that we set. And by doing that, we built the confidence. It's kind of like if you don't work out for 5 years, your muscles don't even know what to do. If we don't work out our business, the muscle of our business, making those phone calls, we get frozen in the habit of procrastination. Procrastination becomes this disease that takes over our business, and then we never get it off the ground. And so what we've got to do is we've got to help empower you to build million-dollar habits. But it's not just speaking from a podium, right? It's getting out there in the trenches. Let's do it together. And that's why I feel the boot camps are so powerful, because you're in the trenches with your team. You're out there walking, you're prospecting, making those phone calls, adding people to the app. But again, we don't just do it at the boot camp. We take that habit and we want to do it now on a weekly basis, right? That same get together and having that meetup, okay? Because March Madness is coming. And it's almost here, but you got to start it now. You can't wait till March the 1st and think you're going to have a fantastic month. We have to start it right here with million-dollar habits. What are you doing on a daily basis? Because here's the reality. So many times we look at this business and we want to blame our customers or our prospects or our family. People just don't listen to me. They don't want to change. They're not healthy. Let me tell you something. Your customer isn't your obstacle. Your family member isn't your obstacle, right? Your neighbors, your coworkers, they are not your obstacle. Guess who is our biggest obstacle? It is the person we see every day in the mirror. It's us. We are our own obstacle. Our fear is our obstacle. See, customers are out there, and guess what? They're hurting, right? Our family members are out there and they're hurting. Our neighbors are out there and they're hurting. We witness people die every day prematurely from diseases that are 90% preventable. And how many times do we tell ourselves, oh my goodness, I wish I would have got to that person. I wish I would have got to this person. Well, guess what? If you've been in this business for 2 years, we've had more than 700 days, more than 700 opportunities, right, to make the phone call, right? And how many times we don't make the phone call? But a lot of times it's the fear we live in, which is why we have to create million-dollar habits, get together with our teams, encourage our teams, love on our teams, and help build their faith and their confidence. And when you do that, people are going to start making phone calls. People are going to start sending out those texts. People often just need that encouragement, guys, because look at the alternative. We have our flat belly lifestyle, but we have other things out there like Ozempic, and we know the damage that's causing. And so we want to be the solution. And so with that being said, speaking of the solution, I mean, we have this team that's absolutely on fire. I can see them in the month of March just taking this business to the next level, already hitting ranks. And we've not only heard from some of the people on her team, because Taylor is actually on her, Tala, get her name right, is on her team, right? I'm gonna let her correct me. But this woman has hit Pearl, someone who is just dynamic. She's had her own phenomenal testimonial. She's been on the Thursday call. But Cynthia Jones, if you are on the line, if you don't mind just hitting star, we would love to just hear from you this morning. And once you do that, guess what? We're going to be so blessed. And so hopefully you are on the line. I know you were waiting last week, but Cynthia Jones, are you out there this morning? Just hit star if you are. We're going to keep moving. And if you do join us, you can interrupt me, Cynthia. But let's talk about the last point. As a part of our million-dollar habit meeting that we had yesterday, we actually have a spontaneous event that we put together last night, okay? Because a part of momentum is actually having and hosting events. And it's not an event once a month, guys. Every day, activity has to happen, right? Every day, momentum has to be stirred by doing the daily activities, right? And so this weekend on Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m., we are hosting a health fair, okay? A health fair. We have a flyer that's already been sent to Dr. Roz, that's already been sent to Kathy, so we should see it soon on social media and in your inbox. But we're hosting a health fair on March the 2nd. We're hosting, and we're after the initial event that happens on Saturdays, we're actually having an elevation party. So if you want to have a party, but you've been, it's a concern, if you've not had a chance to have an elevation experience, but you just feel like you can't do that at your own home, Crystal Robinson is going to host that party on March the 2nd, and that's going to also happen. I believe that one's happening closer to 2 o'clock. We'll have details on that. I mean, every week, guys, there's going to be something happening every day. You know, we're going to really start activity. We are preparing for March Madness, okay? If you want to go Sapphire, Ruby, or above, this is your season to plug in to make sure you're understanding the different things that you need to do on a daily basis. There's a diagnostic check too, and this is a fun little game. We'll have Dr. Ross send it out, but a lot of times you can do a quick check on your team to kind of see the state of where people are. We did this on Sunday. It was really great because it was no surprise. The people that were hitting and having new customers and sales, we knew that they were going to have at least X amount of points. The ones who we knew were new, we knew they were going to have a certain amount of points. And the ones that have been in for a while but have not yet busted through Jade, we knew the amount of points they were going to have. See, here's the deal. If we're not achieving our goals, it's just a simple diagnostic reason, right? And we have to sometimes check under our own hood to see, well, what is it going on? And so if you want to do a checkup on your business to kind of see the health of it, and then do the same thing for your team, we're going to get out this diagnostic tool where you answer a series of questions. And at the end of it, you're going to tally your points up, and you're going to know exactly the reason why you might not be hitting your goals and dreams, because it's really about setting your goals. It's about getting out your calendar, and it's about accountability, getting together with other people that are like-minded, that are positive, that are encouraging, that are supporting, so that you can all go to that next level, guys. And so that's what has us fired up here at the Akana headquarters, right? And again, that recap video, don't forget to check social media. Don't forget about all the tickets that are launching for the 420 so that you can get plugged in with that. And with that being said, I want to remind everyone, we want to get our rebound on right now with Rebound with Akana. We want to save our strands also at 2:30 p.m. Central. We want to then join the Diamond Factory with our phenomenal CSO, Phyllis Nash. And with that being said, I want each and every one of you to have an Akana day. I want to thank Tracy Bolton, Crystal Robinson, and all those who got together on Sunday who really wanted to figure out some things you can do to prepare for this next 45-day run as we're pushing towards Diamond and beyond. And with that being said, we will see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.